Is your credit score holding you back from purchasing a home? GC Credit Coaches is a repair company that's made easy. Their goal is to challenge and remove all negative errors that hurt your credit score. On average, GC clients see about 10.2 negative items removed over 4 months. Start improving your credit score today with a simple 2-minute online enrollment for a free consultation and a complete credit audit. GC Credit Coaches offers competitive monthly pricing, no contracts, no hidden fees, and the service stops once you are satisfied. GC Credit Coaches removes inquiries, collections, charge-off bankruptcies, and repossessions. Don't forget to visit gccreditcoaches.com.
Attention contractors, remodelers, and homeowners. Is your renovation becoming a pain in the glass? Here at Glass Vegas, we take care of all of your glass needs. From a broken window to custom shower doors, mirrors, wine enclosures, storefronts, railings, and much more. We can even help you with new or replacement thermally broken windows. We're a full-service, woman-owned glass company that provides unparalleled workmanship, excellent communication, and great customer service. Glass Vegas. We do glass with class.
And welcome live to the LV Home Experts Podcast. This is where we talk about real estate and financing every Wednesday at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So today we have a very special guest, Jeremy Lewis, and his sidekick, Remmy. That's right. So today we're going to talk about the real estate market and what's going on. Also, we have something very special for you guys. If you guys want to learn how to get into real estate, how to brand yourself, this is the most important thing for all real estate agents for 2023. So I want to introduce my guest, Jeremy Lewis.
Thank you. You're far too kind.
You like the intro?
I love it.
It looks good, huh? Sounds good.
I am susceptible to flattery, so.
Okay.
Let's start over. Let's do it again.
Do it again. It sounds good.
Yeah,
It sounds
good right now.
So, also we have Remmy, which is she your assistant or?
No, she's a realtor. We work together. We're business partners. She's a realtor on my team.
Okay.
And yeah, she's one of my partners as well with my media company and the events and coaching and seminars and media production that I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how long have you been a real estate agent for all the new listeners out there?
Myself?
Yeah.
Be 19 years.
19 years.
Yeah.
Damn, you didn't even look that old.
Thank you. 42. Yeah.
42.
Fountain of youth.
There you go. Well, I'm sure it's all the exercising, healthy, and all that stuff. Because I see on your social media
all
site.
jokes aside,
Yeah.
when I started taking my health seriously about 4.5 years ago, my career skyrocketed.
Really?
They're all
Health is
related.
wealth.
I just did a seminar a couple months ago regarding health is wealth to Josh Galindo, and it used to sound like total bullshit and cliche to me. I didn't like
It does.
but it does. But it's true.
Yeah.
Every year I've doubled my income since I started, eating right, exercising, et cetera, et cetera. So, but thank you.
Okay. So, Remy, how long have you been in real estate?
3 years. I've been in real estate for 3 years.
Okay. So, how is it working with Jeremy Lewis?
Getting right down to it.
Damn, right to it. Well, I've been a transaction coordinator with Rothwell Gornt companies under Credit Rinaldi team. With Jeremy, I've handled, paper documents, but also have been part because of him, of his transactions in a very, mentor, student, master Padawan type of way, So I've really had the opportunity to learn from him, learn from also where he learned from, Ryan Crichton, Frank Rinaldi, so it's given me direct insight to just a different sphere of real estate altogether, from behind the house as a transaction coordinator for a couple hundred transactions, I want to say 400 plus in the last 2 years. And it's just been great. It's been a hustle. It's been hard work, but it's been a lot of fun. I mean, as you can see with this unexpected guest feature, it can be a lot of fun.
Most people, if we're honest about that, I don't know your experience because I want to hear what you have to think. Most people want to just walk into the real estate game and just start killing it and, think they know it all, et cetera, or just want to, they expect something for nothing. And I'm not judging anyone because I was that guy when I first started 19 years ago. But I learned real quick. And so you have to watch and learn. And it takes years, not months, not days, weeks, years of doing it. And Remmy, to her credit, it's been a little over 2 years since she came on. I said, I'm going to push you to your fucking brink and then some. Are you willing to do that? And most people say, yeah. And they fall by the wayside. But she watched and she learned, literally. And that's the only way. That's how I did it with my mentors who've done over $1 billion of business.
Yeah.
I watched and learned for years and years until I could, it wasn't immediate, but I wanted that.
Now, in 2021, 2022 was really good for a lot of real estate agents where they just came into the market and there was no marketing, right? They just got their license and they just showed up, sold a lot of homes to to their friends. And there's a lot of agents that came here to this company and they were doing that and they had a massive influence of friends. And by the time that dried up and the way that the market is going now, they're basically out of the business.
True.
And the guys that are really good as far as like marketing and listing homes, and I think this is the reason why I want to bring you on the show too as well, because we have a speaking engagement that's coming up next week, and I think this is important because now it's about hiring the right real estate agent, especially in the market today, because things are not moving like they used to, right?
No, we're back to reality.
Okay.
And you have to have, and that's why we're putting on this event, and that's why I wanted you to be part of one for over a year now, and I'm not saying it because you understand it. When times are good, everyone's like, oh, it's fine. Good times do not last forever. I started this market in early, in this business in early 2004. Yeah, it was crazy. It was similar to COVID, the COVID market, I call it. But then the market crashed 3 years later.
Yeah.
And people, the realtors were gone. Everyone was bankrupt, done. Like it was 10 times worse. And this market shifted. Everyone's whining and complaining. And I don't even know what they're even thinking because it's not that bad. We're just back to a normal market. So you have to be a dynamic agent to get business these days, and you have to market and you have to brand yourself. You can't just let business will no longer just fall in your lap like it did the last 30 months.
Well, why is, becoming a dynamic agent so important and branding is so important now as an agent?
Well, I mean, for the obvious reasons, how are you going to stand out?
Yeah.
How are you going to connect with your audience? This is a relationship business, and people don't go face to face anymore. And if you do, let's say you meet 10 people today and have 10 real estate conversations with strangers. Fantastic. But if you market and brand yourself and become dynamic and adapt to being a realtor in 2023, you can scale that up 100 to 1,000 times. And you do the numbers. If you talk to 10 people, you might get one, maybe. But if you talk to 100 or scale it up through marketing and branding, through social media, et cetera, you're not going to get just one. You're going to get multiple, and that's how you do multiple transactions and sustain yourself as a full-time agent in this market.
It almost seems like you have to have the right agent now that has a brand, because everybody has a brand now, right?
Yeah.
No matter if you're on Facebook, Instagram, whatever site that you have, if you don't even run a business,
right,
you're still a brand. Because what happens is people end up going to your page. What they see on that landing page is your brand, and you only have seconds. Right? Believe it or not.
Yeah.
And a lot of agents don't use social media, right? And I think it's very important now for agents to use social media for their branding, because the more people you have following you, it becomes you're more of an influencer, right? And what's good about this is if you're planning on listing your property, like Jeremy, I think you have 70,000 followers on IG or something.
I think it's like 83,000, but
yeah, whatever that number is.
Actually, I'm counting.
I mean, that is a pretty big number. So, like, if you have a listing or a pocket listing that's coming up on the market, and you have a segregated group of followers, you launch that, you'll probably be able to sell that home quickly.
Yeah, you're gonna get more eyes. More eyes on the prize equals dollar signs, both for your client and for yourself. And that's what this is about. People want to pretend, oh, I just do this for free. No, this is about being able to take care of yourself and your family and to serve and to serve your clients and kill it for them. And that's what this whole business is about. There's nothing else. And how to do that is the question. I know I believe I have the answer. That I watch you do that. Now we have to educate and motivate the rest of the agents, because we all need to level up. A rising tide raises all ships.
Yeah.
And if we don't, they'll keep falling out of the business. But if our numbers lower, I have agents every day, oh, great, less competition for me. They're looking at it a half-ass backwards way as far as I'm concerned. As our numbers dwindle, our power dwindles with the MLS, with Zillow, with everything. We need to raise our game, level up, raise the bar, and increase our numbers, not lower our numbers, and not look at each other as competitors, but look at each other as business partners, like I do with Remmy, like I do with you, regardless of company, age, race, whatever the case may be, style, because we're not in competition, and I'll tell you why, and then I'll let you get, I want to hear what you have to think about it. Because to your point about branding, whether you want to be brand yourself or not on social media, you are.
Yeah.
So how I get my business and how you get your business, how Remmy and everyone else is to put your authentic self out there on social media, and you're going to connect subconsciously. It's not even a choice for me or anyone else, with like-minded, similar individuals. If I'm not into golf, but if you're the golf realtor, you're going to connect with people that do and like and the same things, because there's a level of trust and comfort. And so we're not in competition. Yes, if there's 20 golf realtors, I guess you might need to be outstanding so you stand out.
Yeah.
But otherwise, no, we're not. No one's going with, your style and your brand that's going with me, and vice versa.
Yeah.
So we can work together to build our own unique brands and make a lot of money together and take care of our clients.
There's definitely a lot of money to go around.
More than enough.
Everybody can eat.
So I want to ask you from a seller perspective, if you're at a listing appointment and the seller asks you this, what are you going to do that's different than any other real estate agent? What are you going to do to sell my home?
I really appreciate that question, because
Threw you right on the spot.
Because it's easy.
I was going to sell your home.
I show them my Facebook and my Instagram.
Yeah.
And
how powerful is that?
It is. They're like, wow. I show them all my videos. Most people reach out to me, because I don't reach out to anyone. And I want that for every agent. Most people are calling strangers, begging for business, and there's no shame in that. I don't want anyone to get it twisted. But I want to give agents real power and real success, prosperity. And that's by putting your authentic self out there and letting everyone hits me up. And the reason why they hit me up is because they see the main thing that everyone said, whether they known me for 25 years and see me on social media or known me for 25 minutes, is that they see me busting my ass and working. They're like, oh yeah, my agent, I made $90,000 on multiple transactions from one referral, because they saw me working my ass off, and they hit me up. They're like, my agent doesn't even answer the phone. Why should I give him my $39,000 commission? And then this referral and this referral, and then my mother and this and this and this. I was like, no, you shouldn't. Simply because of that. And I wasn't doing it to be like, oh, look at me, I'm a show off. It was what I was really doing in my professional and social life, and they appreciated that. And they gave me almost $100,000 in commissions, not business, commissions, because of that.
Now, what do you see for 2023? Which direction are we going? Do you believe that the market is going to slide back another 10%, or do you think the market is going to get better? What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, I did predict in March of 2020, when everyone thought the sky was falling, and it was a very scary time. I don't want anyone to think otherwise. It was. We couldn't even go to Starbucks.
Yeah.
But I did predict publicly and privately. I said, in 6 weeks, the market's going up, not down. And everyone said I was fucking crazy and that I was a lunatic.
I think you made a video about it.
I did. That's what I'm saying. Just so I could know. And I was right. And so, and I didn't base that by pie in the sky stuff. It was, based on growing up in this town, having still almost 17 years experience at the time, up and down markets, crash markets, bull markets, bear markets, et cetera, et cetera. So now, based on the numbers, which you have analytics much better than me, but it's anecdotal with me, but it's also evidentiary as well, is that rates have calmed down, prices have stopped falling, everything's become more steady as they go. And when they were 16, 17, 18, 19, great times for buyers, sellers, and realtors, because you don't want crazy up and down swings in a market.
Yeah.
People think that they want to take advantage of the up, but you can never really predict the up or the down. That's bullshit. And so you can make an educated guess, but you can't really predict it. So I think the market's going to stay steady. I think as interest rates drop, the market will slowly get, creep up as it's supposed to be and not be those wild swings up and down. And I'm looking forward to that, quite frankly.
Remy, where do you think this market is heading to?
I mean, I obviously have a huge influence and a bias. And in my own way, I've had the opportunity to work with listings and buyers on some transactions. And I feel that the most common knowledge is as interest rates go down, which I feel they will because they're connected to inflation. So I feel like the market's gradually going to get healthy. I feel like a 5.5 is a healthy interest rate. A lot of people wanted to go back to 3%, 3.2, but that was just, I don't feel like that's
That'll happen again in another 100 years if there's a pandemic, God
forbid. I
forbid.
also don't think it was a healthy market then, even though so many people were quote unquote winning, right?
Yeah.
Temporary wins.
Exactly. I mean,
This is a marathon, not a sprint.
Exactly.
You know this.
It's longevity. No, it's fucking.
She does.
Sorry.
Like I said,
it's
she
true.
does. Most people think, oh, just sprints, it's done. That's all I have to do.
I
This
make
is-
100
she's
phone
in
calls
it,
a day.
Yeah, she's in it for years,
I knock on
not
hundreds of
days.
doors a week.
Yeah. Now, the funny thing about this is that we have two people that are optimistic for 2023.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I'm a pessimistic on this one.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love the.
I wanna hear why.
I feel that the market is probably going to go down another 20%, right?
Really?
And here's why. Feds are coming out. Jerome Powell, he already announced that, look, we got to slow down inflation. If we look at last year from 9.1%, they raised it 6 times. It went from 0 to 4.5%, and it only dropped from 9.1% down to 7.1%.
Mm-hmm.
So the Fed's already preparing the market, right? So if we look in February, I guarantee they're going to raise it a quarter of a point.
Yes.
Follow up by March, they're going to raise it another quarter of a point. So that
Yes.
tells you they would have to raise it another 4.5% to equal 9% just to drop it down to about that 5.5%. So the problem is that if nobody buys our bonds, right, inflation will go high or the interest rates will go high. That's just the way it is. If people end up or other countries end up buying our bonds, and interest rates will go low. However, I think other countries are starting to really feel the pressure because we're all globally connected. So this is just my opinion. Look, I don't have a crystal ball. When I have clients call me, they're like, hey, what do you think the market's going to happen? Like, dude, I don't know. Because if I did, I wouldn't be selling real estate.
Right.
I could just tell you like what's going on like right now in my local market and not lump everything all together, right?
Don't you
The
feel
whole
Las
country.
Vegas is a little special though?
Well, every market is local, right? So it's
Right.
different and unique on its own. So you can't compare what's going on here to California to New York, Hawaii. It's all completely different. Let's just say the market crashes here in 2008 when we had over 18,000 homes. Hawaii, they had the same problem, but they were holding pretty strong. The median price point for a home pretty much doubled of what our median price point for a home at that time. So again, it's just case by case basis, right? So I feel that we're probably going to go another correction for 10 to 20%. This is just my own opinion. I don't know. Reason why I'm saying this is based upon what's going on. I look at economics. I see what's going on. I'm just kind of like a geek when it comes to this kind of stuff.
Oh, data's
And
good. Data's good.
not only that, I want it to tank. Here's why. You can't climb this market so high so fast and you continue to keep skyrocketing. There's just no way. And the reason why is because I want to buy some more properties.
Hey.
I want
So
to. Can I amplify?
for
Yeah.
investors, that's
Yes.
what I don't mean to interrupt.
No,
but-
you're not.
But on the realtor side, even, but like, there's always going to be business, right? When the market is not great. Sorry.
Market shit.
When the market's
Market
shit,
shit.
when the market's shit, there's always going to be the people that are going to take advantage of that. The people that were already equipped, that already have the money, they already have the capital, they already have the business mindset, they already have the plan. So just like yourself, you're hoping for it to tank, so you could take advantage because you're an investor. But I'm sure even in times that the market is prospering, all the investments you made in times that it's tanked are also going to profit.
Yeah.
You. So that's truly the end game for anyone, especially for someone like me. Just 3 years in, I already have that in my mind: capital, get an investment property, build equity, build wealth. So it's really like, even as a realtor, right? It's about working with those investors. I've had the opportunity and luck, I feel, to just work with investors. My first listing appointment by myself was with a person that needed to sell 3 properties. And 2 of those properties I double-ended with investors. So it's it really just depends.
Yeah,
on
and I want to
what
modify
you
my
do
answer. I
with
don't want there to be any ambiguity. I don't think the market's going up this year. I think it's going to might go up 1% to 2%, but it's going to be stay steady. It's not going to go down. I don't believe it's going down this year. I don't know. It's not going to be skyrocket rising. I'd be amazed if it goes over. Equity gains over 2%.
Now we got 3 different viewpoints. York, when you get a chance,
chime in.
York, can you bring me something to drink because I'm thirsty?
Yes.
So we will be right back. Hi, Chakits. I have been following you and watching your YouTube channel for years.
I have decided to finally relocate to Las Vegas and want to start a new chapter in my life. I know you're the perfect realtor to help guide me to find my next dream home. I am looking for a modern kitchen, large backyard with a pool and a golf course community.
My name is Chakits Krulsawat with Simply Vegas, a licensed real estate agent out here in Las Vegas, Nevada. I help buyers like this all the time, so if you're looking for a licensed professional, give us a call at 702-319-1092 or visit lvhomeexperts.com. Buying a home starts here. Does your house look like and have you been considering remodeling your home for some time now? Well, if you love real estate like I do and appreciate the attention to detail in the craftsmanship required to build a remodel or a gorgeous home, then I got the perfect company for you. Guys, I highly recommend Design Zone Remodeling. They are a stellar company that will turn your outdated home into your own personal sanctuary. They specialize in bathroom remodels, kitchen remodels, and full house remodels. Design Zone Remodeling has a reputation for excellent workmanship, competitive fees, and being able to offer a wide range of services and deliver the outstanding results to their clients. I use Design Zone Remodeling on my personal properties. Give Design Zone Remodeling a call today at 725-223-0871 or visit their website at designzoneremodeling.com to request a free consultation today. Is your credit score holding you back from purchasing a home? GC Credit Coaches is a repair company that's made easy. Their goal is to challenge and remove all negative errors that hurt your credit score. On average, GC clients see about 10.2 negative items removed over 4 months. Start improving your credit score today with a simple 2-minute online enrollment for a free consultation and a complete credit audit. GC Credit Coaches offers competitive monthly pricing, no contracts, no hidden fees, and the service stops once you are satisfied. GC Credit Coaches removes inquiries, collections, charge-off bankruptcies, and repossessions. Don't forget to visit gccreditcoaches.com.
All right, everybody, we are back. The LV Home Experts Podcast. I'm your host, Chakits Krulsawat with Simply Vegas, your licensed real estate agent. Today, we got our special guest, Jeremy Lewis, and his partner, Remmy. So we were just talking about what's going on in the Las Vegas housing market. Why is branding so important, especially in today's market when selling your home? We know that properties are not moving as fast. You can't just put your property in the market like 4 months ago and you get like 20 offers. Unfortunately, that is gone. So now you need to hire the right agent. But branding is such a big deal. Am I right?
You're right.
You're speaking the truth.
I mean, it is what it is. You know, I think this is just so important for this show because there's so many agents out there they're picking up a bunch of listings. Ain't nothing moving.
No.
Nothing's selling.
That's me.
So what are you doing other than, putting the property on the MLS, right?
Right.
And
most agents are not doing a goddamn thing besides doing that. And that's really what we need to change.
Yes. And this is where marketing is so important. The branding is so important. Just like, when I even look on the MLS, some of these guys are taking pictures with like a cell phone, which is kind of crazy to me.
Right.
Yeah, they're popping up in the side of the bathroom mirror with their hand just like all crooked. Like
It is crazy. People expect to get something for nothing. You have to invest in yourself monetarily as well as your time in order to get any kind of return. And anyone who tells you otherwise, they're just not being truthful with you. They're not. No one gets something for nothing. They really don't.
And I think there's a lot of value when you have an agent that already has a brand that actually sticks out, that can go out and expose your property.
Right.
Versus just putting it on the MLS, because a lot of agents will do this. I'm telling you, even like the luxury agents too as well. you know, they'll have this claim to fame like, hey, we've got all these pocket listings and,
Right.
you know, bro, you ain't marketing. The only thing that you're doing is you're just throwing the thing on the MLS.
Exactly.
Like everybody else, right? And I feel like in the next 5 to 10 years, if you have not started to brand yourself right now, you're going to be out of this game. That's just the way it is.
You're being generous. I think in 24 months,
Yeah.
if you are not serious about branding yourself on social media and just memorializing everything, where I'm not telling you to get rid of the old tried and true methods. I do them myself. You need to do open houses. You need to network in person, et cetera, et cetera. But you need to memorialize all of that and then some and put it and 1,000x monetize your brand and put it on social media. If you don't, you are going to fall by the wayside. We used to have a fucking book of listings.
Yeah.
Back when we started, they transitioned because, you know, this is 2004, right at that time. But like, if people are still going through the MLS through a book, they would do maybe negative 10 transactions a year. Like, what are we even talking about? Like, oh, well, I don't like to do that. That's the main thing that I hear, that we need to change people's, like, their state of mind. The actual actions, the mechanics of it are actually the easy part. They're like, oh, I don't want to be on social media. Who fucking cares what you want? I don't want to do a lot of things. You don't want to do a lot of things. I'm not being sarcastic. She doesn't either. But we have to. Not because we want to, because we have to change, adapt, and they're necessary to thrive in this world, or even attempt to thrive.
No, this industry, it requires you to be your own person. Like, you're not going into somewhere to be a sheep and do the same thing and hope for the same results.
Well, it doesn't work. That'd be fine if it worked. It doesn't work.
You're an independent person. You have to keep yourself accountable to making the calls, to, you know, following up with people, to going to meet people, to do the open houses, to door knock the neighborhood so that you can invite people to the open house. You never know who knows someone. It's just about getting in front of people's faces and being consistent.
And then you
with
memorialize that, like Chakits does, like you do, like I've been doing for 7 years. And then people see that. First, they see your work ethic.
Yeah.
They see that you're working. Like I said, I
When
think
they
that's
see
one of the
you in
most,
the
if not the most
neighborhood.
important thing that you need to do to brand yourself, is show you fucking care and you work.
Yeah.
People respect that. Oh my God, do they? I respect
credibility
it.
too. The
And
credibility.
so, exactly.
It's like she
And-
follows through, you know.
And to show you're doing these things that are not social media related by putting them on social media, that's where you're going to get your buyers, your sellers, and your investors.
So when you pick up the listing, right, at this point, what is it that you do to market the property other than just throwing on the MLS? Kind of like walk me through that process.
Well, first, never take pictures on your own. They need to be professional pictures, and you need the right photographer.
Okay.
And now there's several options. It's what you're willing to invest in yourself and with your, what your clients want.
Yeah.
You need to, do they need the 3D walkthrough, or I don't know what
I think it is, the Matterport. Yeah.
Yes. Do you need to?
But explain that Matterport real quick for all our listeners. That
It's a virtual walkthrough, so you don't have to. You can not just see pictures. It's not a video. It's actually like you're in the actual home.
Yeah.
And you can move like eye level. It's not camera level or video level. And so you need to add that. You need to have you can have drone shots.
Yeah.
Those are important to show the not just the interior of the home, but the exterior, how the land sets, the view, et cetera, et cetera. There's now I'm doing some night shots. For certain. It just depends on the property, but you need to snapping some photos and putting on the MLS. That's probably the worst thing you could do. You want as well kill the deal right there, in my opinion. And I'm speaking truthfully. Like, you start with that, then you need to be doing open houses. You need to be inviting other marketing and networking to other agents. I used to hear for years, like, you get yelled at in some cases. Why are you talking to other agents? They're not on our team. They're not at our brokerage. I'm like, you got it all fucking wrong, dude.
Yeah.
And now I get half my deals because of my relationships with other agents at other brokerages that we never worked together directly. And that's just some myth that's been perpetuated for the last 20 years. It didn't used to be like that. It used to be a direct mentorship business, like I was, luckily, with my brokers and mentors, where they knew everyone that they worked with that wasn't at their brokerage, and they built these relationships. And it paid huge dividends. I mean, millions and millions of dollars for my brokers and myself in commissions. And so you have to play the long game.
Yeah, you make a good point, and I wanted to bring this up. I remember when I was doing video home tours, right? and I wanted to break into like the $1 million homes and stuff like that. And a lot of these agents wouldn't let me do it because a lot of these luxury agents will like hold on to their listing.
Yeah, they're territorial.
Right.
Yeah,
It's their myth that they have this power in their mind. It's all fiction.
So, you know, by doing these YouTube videos, right? I guess that's my claim to fame.
Yeah.
At this point, with social media marketing, and now I actually have agents that will contact me directly and say, "Hey, let's do a collaboration," because they know the power of the branding of the social media.
Yeah.
Because that is the new direction that we are heading, right? And
we're there, in my opinion.
Yeah,
You're a testament to that.
Well, I don't want to say that, but I feel like
I'm saying it.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
I'm saying it too.
You know what? My head's getting big. I don't even know how I can fit out this
I
door
know,
now.
Exactly. The screen.
Look at this. It's getting bigger. It's getting bigger. It's getting bigger.
This is great.
So, all I'm saying is that now luxury agents are starting to get this, right? Because they know it actually works. Because now it's like you said, they're no longer being territorial on it, right? But they realize, hey, I just want to sell the property.
Right. Like they should. It's just
Yes.
business. It's not personal.
Exactly.
It's free
They
media.
take their egos
Exactly.
out. Yeah, and they hit
publicity.
me up. They hit you up.
Yeah.
Hey, can you help me market this? Can you help me put on a broker open?
Yeah.
Can you bring me your buyers? And that was
Right.
because I put myself out there on social media. Oh,
Yeah.
this guy has luxury buyers. This guy has luxury listings. This guy will market other agents' properties. He doesn't
Stay
look at
top
his
of
competition or
mind, too.
territory. He looks at his collaboration.
Yeah.
And that's power.
Now, not all luxury agents are doing this. There's a few of you out there. Y'all know who I'm talking about.
There's like 200 of them.
Let's get together. Let's put something together, okay? So, again, guys, this is so important. Now, I want to talk about this event that's coming up because this is important, right? Let's talk about this a little bit. What's going on with this event?
Well, I've been for almost 2 years now putting on seminars, classes, events, whatever you want to call it, for realtors.
I want to say you're doing a good job at that, though.
Appreciate you.
A lot of people do show up because I went to one.
Yeah.
But you know what? Let's back up first. A funny story.
Yeah, I want to hear this.
How I actually met you was actually through social media.
Yeah, that's powerful.
And the first video that I've seen, right, was Jeremy with two hot chicks, and he was in some green tights as an elf.
They're actually whites. I was in a green
was it? Is
elf
that what it was?
sweater and green elf
Yeah.
Christmas hats
And
tights.
and
White
let
tights.
me
I
tell
wanna
you
be that
this. This
clear.
is how
Set the record.
this is how powerful this social media is. I looked at it, I was like, who the hell is this douchebag? Right? This was like so stupid and douchey. But it made me remember
But it's like a car.
who this guy was.
Yeah,
Amen.
you never forgot.
And this is what I love about social media. You only got two types of characters. You like them or you're hating
hate
on
'em.
them. That's it.
Yeah.
I was hating on him, but what happened? I followed him. After I followed him, I started liking this dude.
See, I grew on him.
Exactly.
I grew on
Then
him. Who knew?
once
I'm like
I
a
met
fungus.
once I met him in person, we did a collaboration. I was like, yo, this dude, he's actually pretty cool.
He is.
I
right?
like this dude.
Don't judge a book by its cover. It's a great lesson. At
Exactly.
least, you know, I've done the
Great
same
book.
thing
Great
respectfully.
book.
So I just wanted to share that with people or the agents that are planning on coming to this event, because I think this is important, because a lot of times agents are afraid to jump in front of a camera because they're like, oh, I don't know if they're going to like me or not. Oh, my hair, or
Right.
I don't know if I'm going to shoot the perfect video. Like,
Right.
these are the challenges that everybody have.
Yeah.
not
The,
about
en-
perfect,
the
it's
enemy of
about-
the good is
Yeah.
the perfect.
Exactly.
And guess what? Nobody's fucking perfect.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
It's not about perfection.
No one wants a realtor robot. No one wants an actor. There's always going to be someone more well-spoken, better looking,
Yes.
etc., taller, better knowledge, X, Y, and Z. It's about connecting with people in a sincere, genuine way.
Yeah.
And then they hit you up. I don't hit up anyone. I got no problem people making calls and trying to be somebody. You got to do what you got to do, and I respect that. But I don't get hit up anyone.
Yeah.
I put out my content, and people see it, they receive it, they reject it, or they accept it, and they contact me. There's so much fucking power in that. You have no idea.
Yeah.
And what that does for your confidence as a realtor, once someone does that, you exude that, and then it comes back even more 10x at least.
Exactly.
Yes.
And that's not a line. That's not a cliche. It
No,
might
it's
sound
true.
cliche. It is true, and I have proof of concept of that with my numbers.
Walk it.
So for this event, what are people going to be expecting at this event? What are they going to learn?
Well, I put on a lot of similar events, but I wanted you a part of this event because there is something where I know where I'm great and I know where I'm not.
Yeah.
And where I'm not, even though I have a presence, is on YouTube.
Yeah.
But I understand and appreciate the power of it.
Yeah.
And I've seen what you've done, and I want to learn myself first off, because I want to do more deals and make more money and come through for my clients.
Yeah.
Second, I want that for other agents. So we're adding a huge piece of the puzzle. So it's, I am an expert, and I like to think that I've been a visionary in some regards and a forerunner when everyone thought it was a joke for Facebook and Instagram.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I know what I don't know. And I need to incorporate my YouTube and to really take it serious in the business, and so do other agents, as well as, TikTok, et cetera, et cetera. So that's what's going to be one of the main differences, as well as I'm bringing on a huge part to this point. The irony is beyond thick. Podcasts are very educational. They expand your audience like crazy. I'm going to bring on, you have your own podcast, so you'll be able to speak to that as well. But I want to hear with you about YouTube, because that's beyond amazing what you're doing. So I brought in a celebrity podcaster who's had Dan Bilzerian to experts from every walk of life around the world. Michael Sartain, he's a huge influence. One of my main mentors. His marketing transformed my whole career. He showed me how to do a IG story in January 2018. People forget this, about 4 years ago, 4 and some change years. The world changed. He showed me that. My career changed forever. And so he's my main influence. He has nothing to do with real estate, but he's a celebrity podcaster. He's one of the best hosts in the country. He's emceed all of my real estate charity events, or all of my stuff, and just the power of that and being able to host events and network with other realtors, he's going to really highlight, which I'd never done before, as well as the podcast aspect, to be really a influencer and an expert to your audience. And as your podcast grows and your market and your brand grow,
Your authenticity.
your business grows.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter what kind of business it is. So, and then the third difference is that we're going to bring in the brainchild of my real estate marketing and branding course, Ashkan Beshetti. I think I said it right. Forgive me. Sorry, Ashkan, if I didn't. He really knows all the behind the scenes. Everyone sees my song and dance, so to say. And I know the same with you, but it's more than just that.
Yeah.
And realtors need to understand that, loan officers, title professionals, because we all need to work together and if we all do better, everyone makes more money.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we need to understand, people just see me or they see you, they're like, oh, I can't fucking do that, because they don't understand the money and the expertise and the partnerships like Remmy has done. Remmy creates does all my graphic design amongst 1,000 other things.
Yeah.
I have no expertise or ability in that area, and it really, the stuff, the behind the scenes stuff, the videography, the photography, the art direction, the location, direction,
The lighting,
all that stuff
angles.
is hugely important for you to build your brand. Now, should you worry about that all at first? Absolutely not.
Yeah.
I
Just
didn't.
get it done.
I had
just
my
get it
heart,
done.
my balls, and my iPhone 6 when I first started. I did 100 videos before I even considered adding someone to help with anything. Mm-hmm. And so, because you have to do it yourself, and then you can expand on that. But he is one of the best, in my opinion, in the country at showing you had everything else besides you becoming the brand, what it takes from behind the scenes, logistically, and everything else, directionally, how to do that. And so if we bring all four things together, your expertise in YouTube and podcasting, Michael's podcasting and network hosting, plus my expertise in Facebook and Instagram, and all of the above, with the behind the scenes expert, and like I said, with my brainchild, the direction this guy has given me has changed my life in more ways than just business. We bring that all together, and you're there with an open mind. It's going to change your fucking life. Forget your career.
Damn, change your life.
Forget your career. Forget your career. Social media, branding, and marketing changed my whole life. This is how me and Remmy met. This is how me and you met.
Yeah.
All of my richest and greatest relationships in the last 7 years, when I started doing this, when everyone thought it was a joke, what I was doing, have come from it. And I wouldn't change anything for the world, and I want that for other people.
Now, question is there a cost to this?
There's always a cost.
What's the cost?
The cost is your time and your money.
Your time and your money.
There's nothing, you never get something for nothing. And I like the theme of this podcast because it keeps coming up.
Yeah.
And this was a huge lesson I had to learn in my life. So people are like, oh yeah, he could just talk it. He never had to. Yes, my career was at a stalemate. It stalled out because I refused to I'm putting all this time in and this effort. But until I really started putting my money literally where my mouth was, that's when shit started to skyrocket for me in early 2019. Mm-hmm. I got recognized by HGTV producers, reached out to me, and I shot for a show called Pool Hunters, and I put on my first, real estate event, and it was a huge event with almost 300 people, and it was a charity event. I worked with Michael Sartain. Like I said, it all came together when I started. Oh, I need to put my money up.
Quality.
I borrowed. Truth be told,
quality.
for the first event, it ran over budget. I had to borrow $7,000 to make the event work.
Really?
Yeah. You know what it's probably made me indirectly since 2019, early 2019?
How much?
At least 200,000.
Oh, wow.
Sheesh.
I'm in wrong business.
7,000. But I was like, oh my God, it's so much fucking money.
Yeah.
Oh my, what is this crazy? It's because there was no direct causal effect. Every agent that I know, not every, 95% of agents to 97, let's say 97% of agents, they're all transactional, as I was. Mm-hmm. I want this many leads from this and do this many showings, right? This many offers, or get this many listings and make this amount of money. Yeah. Until I stop thinking, I'm going to put the work in. I'm going to put my money where my mouth is, and I'm going to tell the truth. And I am going to be unabashedly authentic in myself. And if people don't like it, it's okay. That's when I got fucking rich in this business, truly.
Okay, so let's talk about location-wise. What day, time, and is there a fee to attend this event?
No, it's a free event. And
free 99?
Yeah.
$3.99.
And I pride myself on that because I want to lift everyone up. Why is it free? Why I am spending huge amounts of money promoting and putting on these events. There's a cost to all of it. People are like, why are you doing that? First, if everyone else does better, it's going to make me more money. Yeah. If I help you do better, most people remember that. Yes. And it'll make me more money. So it's really putting myself out there and putting my money and trusting and just letting go instead of trying to just fucking control everything and being so tight with everything. It's like if I don't know the exact outcome of anything, that's how I used to be, and it's ruined my life. Forget my business.
It goes back to longevity too,
and
right?
so that's why we're doing it. It is free. We're going to be at the LVR building, the Las Vegas Realtors building. It's off of 215 in Rainbow. It's going to be on next Tuesday, which is January 10th. And we're going to be starting at 11:45. And this hour and 15 minutes for this event, I guarantee for free, you have to step out. You have to get yourself in your car and get here and have an open mind. I'll take care of the rest. Change your whole career.
Damn, what a great pitch, man.
Go.
Yeah.
I'll change your career. I'll change your life.
I promise. I guarantee it.
So how many people...
And whoever comes and does that is gonna change my career too, because it's gonna come back to me 10 times.
So, how many people are attending this event, or how big is this?
Well, this is going to be the biggest event that I put on since I started this about 18, 19 months ago.
Okay.
Right now we're at half capacity, which is way ahead of where we should be at this point. We just put it on, and we're already about 100 people registered, which is insane. 75% of registrations come in the last 72 hours. Yeah. So I think we're at about 250 people.
18 months ago, it was maybe like 30 people.
I don't even know if I can speak in front of 30 people. Hey, if I pass out, bro, you know CPR, right?
Yes. Remy will take care of that.
I don't know about that.
I have many hats.
All right. Well, you heard it, ladies and gentlemen. Chakits prefers me to perform CPR.
Than me? What the hell?
Don't cut this out of this fucking podcast. I want York. Cut it out. Don't cut it out. No. York, I'll take care of it. I'll take care of everything. We talked about this.
I just don't know if I could speak in front of all these people. I'll be like, yeah. But you know what? This is where I want to talk about a lot of people getting ready to get ready. They're always paranoid, right? They're worried about what they look like. You got to always step out of your comfort zone. And that's what I'm doing this time. Yeah. And that's why I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do it. I'm going to say yes to everything.
Let's go. Yeah. Yes, man.
And I really love that you said that, because I was listening to Tony Robbins is a huge influence on me. There's very few people I admire in such a way, and he's one of them. And I was just listening to one of his podcasts he was on as a guest, and he said you have to find the balance in life between serenity and peaceful contentment and problems, because if you have just everything's just chill and everything's good to go. There's no growth.
Yeah.
And if there's everything's just problem solving and chaos, you lose your mind.
Yeah.
You have no peace, and you can't appreciate anything. So you have to find the balance. And so you're at a point, things have been, you got shit locked in my opinion.
No, I
and this is an opportunity to level up, because without stepping out and being uncomfortable, and this is a problem for you, and it's okay. There's no growth.
Exactly.
And so I think your business is going to fucking double because of it. And I'm not just saying that, because that's how it happens. Yeah. And I avoided that for most of my life. I'm 42 years old. Until I was about 35, I avoided all of it. I didn't want to deal with any of it, and I was stagnant. I was stalled out, and I didn't like who I was, and my business and everything else suffered because of it.
All right, you want to give the address again and the time and the date before we end this show?
Yeah, I would love to. Again, we're going to be at the Las Vegas Realtors building. I don't have the exact address. It's off of 215 in Rainbow. If you just click the Eventbrite link, the free link, on my Instagram or on my Facebook or on Chakits YouTube or his Instagram, you'll be able to get the address, or you can put in Las Vegas Realtors on Google. And it's off 215 again in Rainbow. It's at 11:45 on Tuesday, January 10th. It's going to be, for sure, the best event that I put on ever, only because simply the fact that I've watched and I've learned and I've failed and I've succeeded, and I've taken all the most successful parts of all of my seminars for the last 18 months, 19 months, and I'm incorporating them into this one. And so you're really going to get a great value, and I'm excited to help everyone hopefully level up their game.
Well, Jeremy, I do appreciate it. And guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a link in the description below. And again, I think you guys really need to attend this event, because this event is going to be big. It's a lot of free information, and we're going to provide all the content that you guys need to be very successful. Until next week, Wednesday, guys, I'm out. Peace.
Attention contractors, remodelers, and homeowners. Is your renovation becoming a pain in the glass? Here at Glass Vegas, we take care of all of your glass needs, from a broken window to custom shower doors, mirrors, wine enclosures, storefronts, railings, and much more. We can even help you with new or replacement thermally broken windows. We're a full-service, woman-owned glass company that provides unparalleled workmanship, excellent communication, and great customer service. Glass Vegas, we do glass with class.